I recently spoke on the stage for Startup Wise Guys Getaway. It's kind of like an annual convention where they bring their startups and also investors, venture capital to connect and learn from each other. My talk was, is AI overhyped or not? By the way, Startup Wise Guys is really like European version of Y Combinator. I want to share with you this one slide. This graph is very similar to the typical hype cycle. What many people look at AI as like a user perspective, the typical saying goes, I tried it, but, and you insert whatever reason it didn't work for them. Really, the same way you say, I tried to lose weight and it didn't work for me. Or I tried to get abs and it didn't work for me for a reason 1 or 2. I really asked audience to look at this from enterprise point of view. If you look from the perspective of OpenAI, when you have something so amazing, you have 2 options. You either go after big clients, showing what you got and convincing them to use it. But if market is not educated and ready to receive your product, you're going to fail. So the other option is, let's test it. ChatGPT was really MVP product, and it gave birth to prompt engineering, huge open source community, maybe not 1,000, but tens of thousands startups emerged. And during the year, kind of excitement slowed down because at the end of the day, it was MVP, right? So now OpenAI is like, okay, we have enough of data. The market is educated enough. Let's move to the next stage. And the next stage is really enterprise, multimodal, multi-agent. I placed GPT-5, but really it's GPT Turbo now. This stage is about building infrastructures and working with enterprise clients. Is AGI the next stage, or there is something in between? My main point with the slide was that a lot of startups are stuck and will be stuck at this MVP stage where ChatGPT was. We have 2 options. Either they go out of business and start ground zero, or they simply have to pivot. Another slide that I shared was 4 stages of implementing AI into your business. Just think for yourself in which one you are. So the first one is like pay and use with the human in the loop. So this is using third-party apps like AI writing tools, AI chatbots, whatever it is. Second stage is integrated workflows. Third stage is leveraging the data. If you had data strategy and you have structured data, you plug that into your own corporate apps. The third stage is really training your in-house generative AI models. I promise to you, a lot of businesses and even AI startups themselves are at the first stage. And of course, it's super risky when your whole AI operation rely on one third party like OpenAI. OpenAI large language models are everywhere. GPT-4 runs in thousands of enterprise clients and tens of thousands GPT wrappers. Clients range from LinkedIn to Iceland government. Can you imagine how it must have felt watching OpenAI drama where the whole company almost imploded in one weekend once OpenAI decided to fire its CEO Sam Altman? Regardless, I can promise to you that every single business eventually will have to get to the 4th stage in this diagram. And from OpenAI announcement, I can promise to you that agent is going to be the new buzzword.
Eventually, you'll just ask a computer for what you need, and it'll do all of these tasks for you. These capabilities are often talked in the AI field about as agents.
And we've been talking about this agent-like experience a while ago, but it's not about one agent, and it's not even about multiple agents. Because if you think about it, when you run your business, it is not one person that operates and does everything legal, HR. Well, to be honest, unless you are an entrepreneur, then you are doing everything. But eventually, when you scale the business, you have different departments, different functions. One person is not carrying out 10 different roles because we are not specialized in all those 10 different roles. Exactly the same holds for AI systems. And big takeaway here for everyday business, but also like startups, you need to start mapping out your company processes. Which parts require decision making and which not? Hiring employees is not a critical decision. Deciding who to hire is a decision. Same as writing a blog post is not a decision, but deciding which blog post to publish, that's a decision. And those parts which don't require decision-making, they are going to be automated. It is scary when people are going to lose their job. But again, if you look from enterprise business perspective, There's always bottlenecks at the decision-making process, right? And other people are executing specific roles to get to that decision-making point. So now, as a business owner, if you are the only person making those decisions, right? Imagine if you can empower multiple people to make that the same decision that you are making. And maybe it's even with the help of AI. Imagine if the people who were executing everyday tasks which could be automated, if those same people could be empowered to be working with AI systems and autonomous agents and be that person in the loop making a decision. Now, suddenly, you can scale your business 10x, 20x if you want to. As I said, there is no doubt that jobs are going to be affected. This is just a question how we are going to deal with that and how we are going to empower people who executed manual tasks to actually be the decision makers and that human in the loop working alongside AI. And here I see two challenges. People need to be excited to learn and to grow, which most people are actually. I think it really starts with tapping into our childlike curiosity and learning. And life is all about learning. And that's why I partnered with Brilliant, who is kindly sponsoring this video. Brilliant is the best way to learn math, data science, computer science interactively. You can explore thousands of lessons from basic to advanced topics, plus new lessons like how large language models work are added every month. Brilliant is built for busy people who want to advance in their career, learning effectively while having fun. For example, you can kick off your learning by learning how to spot which image is created by AI. To try everything Brilliant has to offer free for full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/gottago or click on the link in the description box below. The first 200 of you will get 20% off of Brilliant's premium subscription. I personally had so much fun learning and using Brilliant extensively. I wouldn't recommend this if I was not sure that Brilliant has this capacity to trigger your curiosity and kick off your learning. And in this case, you can do it even for free. Second part, people who were in decision-making process, they need to learn to delegate. Nobody was born with skills and knowledge that you have today. And thinking that what you know and how you do it can't be replicated to other people is really this limiting belief for you to actually enable scalable growth. And once again, there is also a reason why OpenAI is making these releases gradually and not just throwing everything at us all at once.
We hope that you'll come back next year. What we launched today is going to look very quaint relative to what we're busy creating for you now.
They're really giving time for people to get used to working alongside AI. From ChatGPT interface to now it's going to be agent-like experiences, and then we will see multi-agent experiences and multi-agent systems working all together. There is so much economical growth and opportunity here, and if learning and delegating is done right, and if we tap into our own ego and realize that this is an asset, this is not a threat, I want to show you this slide of 6 thinking hats. Facts, benefits, big picture, creativity, intuition, negativity. And a lot of people kind of get stuck at the negativity side. All of that is true, but we kind of tend to overlook all the other aspects that AI brings to the table. If you're thinking that you are the smartest person in the room to make decisions as you do, these AI models have exceptional IQ sitting at the top percentile. But the point is to get ourselves out of this negativity stage and really ask yourself, do I really want to sit all day answering emails, typing in text, writing blogs? We need to get more comfortable co-creating with machines. And I know it's hard because there's so much ego involved, especially if you've been doing something for many years and you're called an expert in what you do. But this co-creation can unlock completely different possibilities and also scalability. For myself, really like everyday type of person, I'm identifying areas in my own business, in my own process, where decisions need to be made. And we are setting up processes and systems that we could go at scale using AI.